Hey sports fans, I know what you're thinking. What are we going to do today? I got an idea. We're going to make English muffins. I've never made them before. So I don't know, just found a recipe online and give it a go. You guys can watch me do it, and we'll have a lovely time together. Okay, so what I'm going to do is add my yeast. How much yeast do I have? Okay, I had a teaspoon of yeast, and then I had to take some sugar and salt and mix it together. So I've got half of that. I think it's I'll post the details later. You can see in the details or the description that all the ingredients, everything will be there. So check it out. So I'm gonna add my salt and sugar, and then I got half a cup of water. It's warm. Just anytime you're making bread, pretty much always use warm water. I'm going to let that sit for a bit and let the yeast activate and foam up and get all weird looking. And now I'm going to take half a cup of milk. I'm using cashew milk because I stopped drinking milk years ago. And then I got vegan butter. My wife's a vegan. Vegan butter is actually pretty good. I hate margarine. I don't mind this, but since she'll be eating that, I'm gonna put the vegan butter in. And I'm gonna stick this in the microwave for like 30 seconds. I might need a little bit more. I'm just gonna wait for my yeast to bloom and be right back. All right, so the yeast is good now. You know how foamy it is? Probably not. Not a very good angle. So we're good there. I'm going to add my milk and butter mixture. I did put the rest of the sugar in there too, I should mention. And it did take me at least like another 20 seconds to properly melt it all together. And you don't want it to get hot, right? Okay. And now I'm going to add a cup of flour. Okay, this is actually 3 cups of flour. I'm going to start with 1 cup and get the old dough hook on here. And I'm going to mix this. And then I'll just come back after, but I am going to add the rest of the flour kind of periodically, maybe a third of a cup at a time, and then just incorporate this. Once that's done, we'll knead it for 5 minutes on a floured surface, okay? Okay, so the dough looks like it's in pretty good shape now. Take it off the hook and out of the stand mixer now. And it's nice and soft, but I'm just gonna roll it out for a bit on a lightly floured surface, which I've got here. It feels really soft and really stretchy, so just so you know, elasticy, if you will. A lot softer than like a bread dough would be. So I'm just gonna do this for. I think it's pretty good. It was in the stand mixer for a while. If you don't have a stand mixer, you really don't need it. I just I don't know. For this recipe, it seemed like it'd just be a little bit easier, and I've got it, and I haven't been using it, so I might as well make my life a little bit easier, right? So otherwise, all you would have done is just mixed everything in a bowl with like a spoon or something until you incorporated it, and then brought it onto a surface to knead for 5 minutes. So that's pretty much what I've done up to this point. So now what I'm gonna do is kind of ball it. I'm going to cover it with the bowl for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, I'm going to roll it out and then cut it, and you'll see. Stay tuned. All right. So I waited 15 minutes. I don't even know if this got any bigger. It's not really supposed to, I don't think, in 15 minutes, but Now I have to take my dough and roll it out on the table into like a 1-inch thick sheet. If you don't have a cookie cutter like me, I'm just using nice rocks glass. I think that's probably good. This is actually over here, probably a little, it's not very even. So I'm gonna work on evening that out a bit. I don't want them too thin. I want them to be pretty thick. They will double in size through the rising process. But yeah, I think I'm good right now. So I'm gonna cut these out. Definitely go for the wider look. I've made these before and they weren't wide enough. Sorry, you can't even see it. I've got 2 trays and I've got a lot of cornmeal on it. So I'm just going to cut these out. I think I've actually got the perfect size. I'm going to cut them out, put them on the sheets, and then we're going to let them rest for a while. But we'll get to that point. Alright, so now I got the English muffins in the oven with a pot of boiling water, and I'm going to leave this for an hour and a half, apparently. It's supposed to get a lot bigger. Turn this around. Yeah, they're going to get a lot bigger, and yeah. Okay, so the muffins should be ready to fry up now. Oh shoot, yeah, they got a little big. Wow, okay. So now I'm going to take these English muffins and I'm going to put them on a skillet. So, alright, I got them on the. Okay, I got them on the skillet now, and I gotta warn you, like this one, these are like the lightest, fluffiest doughs I've ever worked with. So you're gonna do like 3 to 4 minutes aside, and I'll show you what the finished product looks like when I'm all done. Here's the final result. Here's what we got here. It's pretty good. I would recommend it, and I'll play some tweaks. I think maybe next time I would bake them. I don't know. I used the flat iron sort of technique, but sometimes these electric burners are pretty crappy, and it's hard to keep their temperature. So I think if I had a gas stove, it would be a different story, but I don't, so away she goes. Enjoy, and I'll post all the details of the recipe in the description.